what's up, guys? It's Michael from Family Gamer Review, and today for day 26 for the Light It Up Blue Challenge, Camille and I are going to play Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime. I was trying to make that kind of romantic, but it didn't work. So, sorry about the delay. We were trying to speed up everything on this broadcast, We don't like to do spoiler alerts, so that's why we're kind of starting off with the beginning. Camille is sitting on with us, so what we're going to do is we are going to talk about why, before we start playing, this is a great game for the autistic community. This is actually a very popular game, and this is one of the, just like with any other game that we have. Camille, you're on the right. Camille was in the office wrapping up, and we were just... I was just trying to get her set up. So what's going on is that this is a very popular game in our office. This is one of those games that people love. It's just because of the fact that, it's a fun game. 4 people on the same console could play it. And on top of all that, this is one of those games in which the graphics are very cutesy. I wouldn't say cutesy, but they're very fun to watch. The only problem that was in the office was on the smaller screens that we have, the game itself will be a little bit smaller, so it would be harder for 4 people to play at once, even though you're on a little spaceship and and everything of that sort. But it was a little bit harder to see. And other than that, it wasn't an issue in which, for visual reasons. Okay, Camille, I'll let you shoot the top one. I'll shoot the bottom. Visually, it wasn't that. That was the only complaint that we had in the office, is on the smaller monitors, it was harder to see and so forth. But other than that, it was more of an issue of just fun. This is one of those fun games that everybody loved. And, oh, excuse me. And especially with our special needs community, especially with our special needs testers and so forth, this is one of the games that they actually enjoyed because it's 4-player co-op. The graphics, the simplicity of the game itself, it's literally just the left stick button and just, the X button. No, excuse me, A. I'm looking at my controller right now. Camille, if you could shoot that thing on the right, please. It was just a matter of just simplicity. This was also a great game for a lot of our parents that were still fairly new. This is in turn where we had both, where both parents were in the office, or parents and guardians, and they wanted to learn how to play a game that everyone could play at the same time. And this was one of those games that could do that. Can't we shoot the top one? Keep. And this game has a lot of coordination. Like, there's a lot of talking in the game, amongst people. Like right now, Camille is my gunner to the right side, and I am piloting the Lovecraft. Now, storyline about this is just like any other story, as you see here, like it's going to explain the story. We don't want to get into too much of the spoilers, but this game, believe it or not, amongst the the autism community, this was actually a fun game. There was nothing too difficult about the game. This game was easily played by everyone. Cam, can you shoot the cage? If Camille keeps this up, we're going to leave her at dry dock. I'm kidding. We won't leave Camille at dry dock. And we just saved a little buddy. And that little buddy, because we saved the little buddy, he's going to open up the gate and we're going to go through the gate. So, I will fly. Or float, because in space you float, you don't fly. Or maybe you do, I don't know. But this was like a real fun game. And not only is it because it's fun, this game itself is actually a great icebreaker, especially for older parents and even grandparents that may have not been gaming, or they feel that the current generation of games right now may be too much. Like, you may have like your grandparents or your parents that feel that something that's something on the Xbox One or PlayStation 4 may be too advanced, even at times, believe it or not, maybe something like Rayman Legends. Lovers in Dangerous Spacetime is one of those rare games that is something that we always highly recommend. And it's not because of the fact that the simplicity, it's actually because of the fact that it's very easy to pick up and play. And that's something, again, like Camille will tell you, like when we're choosing games and we're helping parents and, with special needs and everything, when we're choosing our games, we want to choose games that are simplistic play, and that is one of the biggest draws of Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime. Is the fact that you could just pick up the game, play it without any problems. There's not a high learning curve, and it's just a matter of just teamwork. If anything, when we talk to parents and about co-op games, this is one of the first games that gets loaded from the Xbox One or PlayStation 4 because this is a great team building game. This helps parents and children be on the same page, as that if you don't play together and coordinate together, you will be defeated together. And that is something that's very big. And as you see here, now, we haven't played this in a couple of days. We've been busy with the other games in the Light Up Blue Challenge, so we're kind of rusty. I will, realize that, okay, I need to get on top of a gun. Camille covers the other end. But when we play this with 4 players, this is a, beautiful thing. Now, unfortunately, we got some new games that came in. Well, not unfortunately, but there were some new games that came into the office, and our testers are busy testing those games right now rather than helping us, and they know what they're doing. But the fun factor of this game is the fact that, just like how you see it, it's nothing violent. It's nothing that would cause any type of questionability. It's cute little characters on a very vivid, playing field, and that's all it is. And just jumping from one turret to another, or, hoping that you don't crash the ship like I do. This is just one of those feel-good games. I can't say that enough. And when we were choosing the 30-day challenge, like the games in the 30-day challenge, this was one of the games that we were like, we have to have in the list. Now, we're not going to make this a long broadcast, of course, as in, we don't want to go into spoilers or anything. Whenever we showcase games, we only want to showcase why the game is a popular game, and, just enough things that a demo that you would see on YouTube won't show, but enough to say, okay, hey, I saw Michael and Camille on Family Gamer review this game, and this looks like something that, that I'm comfortable with having in my home. And I'll be very honest, and I'm sorry I'm kind of swaying from, tonight's Light It Up Blue. There are times where even games that are rated E, even though they're rated for everyone, they may not be a good fit for your family. You may have, a child with special needs that has a special condition, or maybe you have family members that have handicaps, whether it's hand-eye coordination or anything, and games that are rated E may be rated E for general use, but they may not be family-friendly for, the needs of your loved ones. So, just as much as when we see games that are rated T, even through M, there's sometimes that, people have this misconception that a rated M game has nothing but sex and violence in it, and that's not true. There's times where a game could be rated M just because of the language, and that's it. I mean, I could go on and on about this, and I'm not going to for tonight's broadcast, of course, but that is something to keep in mind. So parents always take caution in when you're choosing a game for your family, that it fits everyone in the family. And I feel I've talked enough in this. I could tell you this much: the running joke in the office is never let Mike drive anything in any game. So, with that ado, I'm gonna let Camille go from a mommer's aspect of why Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime is a great game. So, give me 1 second. Let me get past this. I'm gonna let Camille drive. Well, actually, I'll drive. Here, I got the shield up. Yeah, she'll shoot, but we gotta need that shield there. There we go. See, I'll tell you this much. In Forza and other racing games, I use the walls to make my turns. That just tells you the idea. Doesn't mean I'm a bad driver in real life. I'm actually a great driver, knock on wood, but it just means that I'm someone that you just maybe don't want on the wheel when it comes to an important race scene. So, Camille's going to fly downward. And then she's going to move the engine so we could go around that corner. And like the blind leading the blind with Camille and I on this, but it is also a fun game, to say the least. I'll move the shield while Camille flies, as you see here. And again, this is all about coordination, so you gotta make sure, as Camille's positioning the jets correctly, that I have the shield position so we don't get hit with the blast right there from the left. Now, for people that are watching or watching the broadcast, the rebroadcast, Camille's mostly the gunner in these situations. So that's why her flying skills are a little newer. Okay, and then there we go. We got re-health. So, and this time I'm going to tell Camille to hold off for a second. She'll just run around the guns, and I'll fly, and she's going to talk from a mom aspect of why this is a great game for your digital library. So give me one moment.
Hey everyone, Camille from Family Gamer Review. How are you? And thank you so much for tuning in and joining us for Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime. Unfortunately, I'm very similar to Mike in that not too good at playing and narrating or commentating at the same time, so you'll have to bear with me. Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime. First, let me touch upon what Mike was just saying about don't necessarily make... Oh, come on. Camille, shoot the little fishy. Shoot the little fishy. Don't make assumptions on games without looking into them, because much like what Mike was saying, we've seen and tested some of the best games we have ever seen, and without any language, violence, anything of the sort. It's rated M simply because it touches on a subject or a plot. Yeah, there's Mike's driving for you right there. That in our society today might still be a little bit taboo. So you may find that out and say, wait a minute, that's why this was rated M? And by the same token, you may have a game that's rated E for everyone because it's got absolutely nothing taboo. But you find out, okay, I'll go. Oh, I'm driving. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, sorry. Wrong. Oh, well, I was talking. I got distracted. Wait, do we need that button over there? Well, we're past it. It's best to move on, Mike. Just move on. So,
Get on the gun, X's way.
So there are some, can we park for a moment? See, it's fabulous because as you, bring freedom to more of your little friends here throughout space, they actually bring you power-ups. And so, getting back to my previous point, there may be some games that are rated E for everyone, but they may still bring your gamer rage or frustration, and we don't ever want that. Or, for example, this game, it's called Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime, and I'll be the first to tell you this is a great game to play for you and your significant other, your husband or your wife, on date night. I always say, you know, one of the best things you can do... Oh, good, you drive. I'll shoot, you drive. One of the best things that you can do is play with your gamer, jump online with them, or jump into the game. It's just such a bonding experience, whether it's parent and child, whether it's grandparent and grandchild, whether it's spouses. It doesn't matter. We seriously mean it when we say that families who game together stay together. And there is actual research out there that shows that when a parent does get involved in their child's gaming, it actually facilitates a higher level of trust and a higher sense of bonding, being able to relate to that parent. So, a lot of benefits. Now, getting to Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime, don't be fooled by the title. When they say lovers, they're not referring to quote-unquote romantic love or sexual love. We don't like to give away the story. Oh wait, should I be shooting something? I should probably be shooting something. Let's see here. But one thing that I will say about this, okay, we have a little buddy to save up in the top above us. Okay. One thing I will say about the plot of this game is that these are, oh gosh, I forget the actual name in the story in one of the opening scenes, but these are the empathetic beings of space naughts or something. So it's about empathy. This is about that warm and fuzzy love. This is not romantic love. It's not anything that could be inappropriate for your child in any way, shape, or form. Certainly would not be concerned about what the ESRB would consider here to be fantasy violence. Definitely not offensive, or we certainly didn't find it to be offensive to anyone during our playtesting. What we did find during playtesting is that this game is huge when it comes to cognitive skills and inclusion. Now, the cognitive skills may be obvious because you need to navigate through a map and there's multitasking, which may not be my strong suit, but it is required nonetheless to know when to, how to drive, how to shoot the fish, how to space fish, yes, and save your little buddies that seem to resemble kittens in little cages throughout the galaxy. So the game really couldn't be any cuter, any more benign. This is definitely a very family-friendly game, but it's not just cognitive skills on tonight's title, folks. It's map check. It's about inclusion. Oh no, he's not going to bite the ship. I will defend. It's about inclusion. Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime was fabulous because this was a game that we saw entire families playing together. We actually extended the playtest for Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime because for once it was one of those rare titles. I think we've only had one other title throughout the entire 30-day Lighted Up Blue Challenge, one, maybe two titles, where the whole family can play together. And how great is that? If I get back on my... yes, Overcooked and Rayman Legends. Thank you, Michael. Those are the other two titles from the 30-day Lighted Up Blue Challenge in which the entire family can play together. And that's actually without getting online. That's that doesn't mean multiplayer. No worries about your gamer learning off-key lingo from strangers out there or anything like that. It's truly a family game. But the cognitive aspect of it is fabulous. The inclusion, being able to have autistic gamers with siblings who are not on the spectrum and are in a different age group, and everyone's still playing together and having a wonderful time. That is truly a good investment in your digital library. Speaking of digital library investment, Mike, where can we find Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime?
For the month of April, I have. For the month of April, I have Cassette. It's one of the games.
Fabulous. Okay, so if you are a member of the PlayStation Network, which I suppose is not all that different from the EA Vault on Microsoft.
No,
So you get free games from
But that's
Sony.
till the end of April.
Right.
Grocery.
Back to, do you remember the ballpark? Okay. So there you go. $14.99 regular price. This game is such a valuable family bargain for that price. And I assure you, I have no affiliation with the developer. I just absolutely love the game. Mike and I have actually played this on many occasions since playtesting was done, just because this game is tremendous. A lot of our testing families have picked this up and begun to play together. And there's one more developmental skill that I'll mention, which is creativity. Because obviously you're whirling through the galaxy in a round ship powered by love and empathy, rescuing your friends that bring you power-ups as you fight off not so nice space fish. So there's definitely some creativity involved here. But the cognitive skills are just amazing for gamers to learn so much cooperation. Oh, get back on there, Camille. We have more incoming. Okay. So there's so much cooperation here, and that's both from a cognitive skills aspect and also from a social skills development aspect. This is a game that can help your gamer who is on the spectrum and may not be verbal, or maybe a little bit on the nonverbal side. This game is one of those games where communication can take many forms. And so it's a great opportunity to bond with a gamer like that. So, oh, I'm flying. I'm sorry. I forgot which one I was. Okay, where do we want to go here? Oh gosh, now I'm driving. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna go another way.
No,
Okay, we have to go that way?
here,
Okay.
Here, kick you off.
No. Okay. Okay. I'll shoot something. How about I shoot something?
Right.
Oh, dang it. I just...
But,
I think we're getting a little bit caught up in the game, but hopefully that tells you something great about the game, because here we are doing a Twitch broadcast and we're getting sucked into the game. Let me go shoot some fish here. But this game is great for cognitive skills, for social skills development, creativity, and inclusion. This is a fabulous game for the whole family to play together, and we do recommend it for at least 2 players. Yes, it can take up to 4 players at one time, I believe. But, for example, Mike and I get along fine when it's just the 2 of us. But it is a lot more fun if you are able to take advantage of all of the stations here, for example. And, right, 1 person to drive, or instead of 3 to shoot, 1 to also control the shield, which is... Okay, Mike's got that side. I'm gonna go over here. Yay! So I'm hoping that you see what we see in this game and how fabulous it is. And don't forget, if you are a member of the PlayStation Network, for the month of April, Autism Awareness Month, Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime is free. So jump on that, definitely. We love it. We think that just really bolsters our argument of why this is a great game for gamers on the spectrum, and a great family-friendly game overall as well. So that's about it. It's wonderful. I mean, anything more, we're going to start giving away higher levels, and we don't want to do that. We think that you should actually go out and pick up a copy for yourself, because this is a digital library title that you will not forget. Yes. Thank you for bringing out such an awesome game. See, now we're orbiting. We're in orbit. Should I shoot it? Yes, shoot it. And see, and your enemies in this game are those who do not have love. So we're fighting for love here. Yes. We're shooting the cold and the heartless. So it's also a nice message to the game. Really nice. And we're freeing our little bunny friends. I'm not sure if they're kittens or bunnies, but they love us and they give us beautiful power-ups. So oh no, hang on. Crisis. Oh gosh. Oh, you're on top. Okay. I'll go to the left. And another thing, folks, I am not, as you know, I'm a much newer gamer than Michael, who's been gaming on every console in existence since the 80s. If I can pick up this game and play with 2 buttons and a thumbstick for direction, then trust me, so can you. So do not in any way be intimidated. It may look like there's a lot happening on the screen, but this game is such an easy pick up and play. So just one more reason to pick up Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We love having you, and we love helping you buy better games. Ooh, tomorrow is Brain Challenge. So if you're gonna tune in tomorrow, put your thinking cap on, be ready to have some fun. That one's going to be very different. We're going to change things up a little tomorrow night. So tune in, and we'll see you then. And thank you for being a part. And Mike, give some love to the developer here.
Guys, go out and buy this game. It's a must-have.
And thank you for being a part of the 30-day Light It Up Blue Challenge. Take care.